Been a while since I've done a video, so I thought I'd do a 6-month update of owning the car. As I say, if you've followed any of my videos, this is a Volvo 2022 Xc60 B5, which is petrol, two-wheel drive, automatic. Maybe just list the things that I like and dislike about the car, and some which I'm still to form an opinion on. Obviously the first things that I like about the car, it's on 18-inch alloys, which a lot of people would probably think want something bigger to make it look better, but in combination with the comfort seats, the ride in this car is unbelievable on motorways. Anyone thinking about getting bigger wheels or trying one of the different models, I'd suggest just try this Momentum model on 18-inch wheels with the comfort seats. It really does ride well. Very comfortable car, very quiet. Obviously the 18-inch I've got are optional black silver wheels. They do look good, but obviously the size of the tire is designed for comfort rather than look and sportiness. So that's the first. Second thing I like, surprisingly, is the standard stereo system. I'm of an age where I'm nearing 50. Anyone knows what car stereos were like years ago. The actual standard system in this, it doesn't put out a lot of power. I think it's just short of 300 watts, 10 speaker setup. With the digital sound now, it is pretty good. You probably might want to pay more for a better system if you're in the car a hell of a lot, up and down motorways, highways, that sort of thing, putting a lot of miles. You might find putting money into a better sound system works for you, but as a standard setup, it is pretty good. Next, the build quality is very good with these Volvos, very premium. I've got friends, family have got Mercedes, Audi, BMW. I do think personally, when you have a feel around the car, lower plastics, this stands up to all those cars. I don't think even Audi these days are as good as they used to be. They have a lot of hard plastics in them. There's only a couple of places on the car that have got hard plastics. One is around here, but it is a solid fill. So yeah, if you're thinking about Volvo, sit in one, have a look at it, see how it compares to the other brands. Pretty good. Other likes, its performance is pretty good for such a big car, 250 horsepower. It's more than enough for me. It's not a sports car, it's an SUV. So don't expect anything exceptional, but it's more than enough for the vehicle it is. Other likes, it's reliable so far. The only issues I've had has been around electronics, so I've been pretty happy. I was happy with my 2018 Xc60. That was very reliable as well. That's probably about it. Doesn't sound a lot. Probably go on to dislikes, which are actually more than the likes. Dislikes first. Volvo UK, Volvo Santander. I'll add in some clips at the end of the sales spec I was given when I was advised and sold this car. It didn't come with some of that stuff. Both Volvo and Volvo Santander contract hire, I've just basically washed their hands and deny any wrongdoing. It's missing drive modes, which was promised. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay that was sold with. This is a 2022 model, a vehicle that doesn't have Apple CarPlay. It's quite astounding, really, when even lower cost cars, lower spec cars get that facility. The operating system, I love the map system, the Google OS, the voice automation, talking to the car is just great. for getting around. If you're lost, just talk to it, and you know, navigation, it will find it. No need to key anything in. If you want to put key functions on, like your seats, heaters, just talk to the car. It's fantastic. But the dislikes, it's been a bit hit and miss. Maps come on and off. It's very glitchy at times. The main display is very basic on the screen. They're yet to add anything to it serious. Like I say, one of the upgrades was promised to me was Apple CarPlay, but still nothing from Volvo. Nothing major added. So in terms of the screen, yeah, it's good, but it is quite basic, even compared to Android Auto. That has more functionality in terms of maps. Other dislikes, costs. One thing, again, I'll put a clip in of an email. You have the right in Europe to be able to take your car as a client anywhere to a reputable garage to have it serviced, MOT'd. Not according to Volvo, as this is a contract vehicle. It has to go to Volvo. Even if I wanted to take it to a reputable garage and use genuine Volvo parts, that's not acceptable to Volvo. I have to take it there. Anyone who knows Volvo in the UK, basic service, first service of this car, which is just an oil change, an oil filter, you're talking nearly £400, which is just a joke. I've got a client of mine whose reputable garage has everything for Volvo, all the systems. You're talking nearly £200 off that for a service using genuine Volvo parts, oil. It's scandalous. Had a bit of an argument with Volvo over it, as you'll see in the email. They say that it's within their contract, which is true, and I signed that contract, but I only got the contract 2 weeks before the car was delivered, after waiting months for the order. Their answer, as you'll see in the email, is I didn't have to sign the contract, didn't have to take the car. The issue we've got is, as you'll know, 2021, 2022, getting hold of cars brand new, because a chip shortage is very, very difficult. Was I gonna not take the car? No, I had no choice. So they kind of had me held to rights, really. But their response is just disgust to me, really. So I was forced into buying a Volvo service package, which is for 4 years, but I've only intend to have the car for 3 years, and that 4th year isn't transferable if I take another Volvo. That cost me £600, which just covers really 3 services, 2 basic, 1 major. Had I gone for an independent garage, I would probably have saved £200–300 using a good, like I say, reputable garage to service the car to a high standard that's expected. Other dislikes, fuel economy. It's great on the motorway. When it was running on E5 for a long distance drive, I could see 42 miles per gallon, which is great, and that's fully loaded with my family, boot fully loaded. Since we've switched to E10, that's dropped to about 39 for the same journey, 39 mpg. Which is great for a big car, but around town it's terrible. Fuel economy I'm getting can range from as low as 14, but averages around about 20 for local driving. And if anyone knows the cost of fuel in the UK at the moment, it's quite pricey to drive this car. Yes, I could have gone with a diesel. I wanted a petrol. So yeah, some of that's my fault. I have to accept that, but it's really not great fuel economy. Another dislike with the car would be the 2-wheel drive system. Seems strange. I didn't go for 4-wheel drive because even though I do live in the north part of the country, we do get snow, but nothing like anywhere else in Europe or the US. Two-wheel drive is more than adequate really in this country. For it would save weight, would help with fuel economy, but does this car wheel spin, torque steer, and power through the front wheels, 250 horsepower, is really not great. So I do have issues with pulling away at junctions, even with the traction control on. You just got to be careful of the road conditions, because you could be stuck there just wheel spinning. So I would probably recommend people, even if our weather in the country that you're in, like here in the UK or elsewhere, doesn't really warrant four-wheel drive, I would just go with it for the traction of pulling away, junctions, hills, that sort of thing. Next dislike. So that's a few likes, dislikes. I had the car 6 months, just done short of 4,000 miles. Probably doesn't seem a lot. I'm sure if you're an active driver, you could be pushing, you know, 10, 15,000 miles at this stage. It probably didn't sound a lot, but overall, I hope Volvo do start bringing more updates to this operating system. You know, Apple CarPlay does turn up as promised. I don't think we'll ever get the drive modes that we're promised. It is a step backwards from the 2018 model, even though the OS system is better in terms of communication and its sat-nav. It's really behind older Census models. Things like the fact that you can't plug in a USB stick and play music. Again, it's 2022. It's ridiculous. The other thing, actually, it's another dislike. I'll probably just clip in the end. Volvo on-call app, brilliant on 2018 model. You could put your sat nav in, you could look at your fuel economy, your trips, log trips, start the car from indoors to warm it up in winter. For this model, it does nothing apart from lock the car. There is no function of the Volvo on-call app in the UK. Don't know if it's the same for other markets. Complete step backwards again. And you've got to remember, this car is £2,000 more expensive than the 2021 model. So what exactly are you giving us, Volvo, apart from Google? Less for more is what I probably would say at this stage. That's really just 6 months. Give you an idea. I don't want this video to be too long. If you've got any comments or any particular questions, just put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably update again when I've got some more information that might be helpful and informative for you.